Alright, so we're going to make some breakfast omelets. And basically, we're making them out of whatever we had in the refrigerator. I had some leftover ham from dinner the other night. Uh, let's see here. Chopped it up there. Here we got some onions and some mushrooms. I'm not saute. I like to saute my vegetables and my meat a little bit first, just to soften them a bit. But we're not going to do it all together because one of my kids doesn't like onions and mushrooms. So I'm actually going to take the ham, pop it in the microwave for a bit before I throw it in. But I'm going to go ahead and saute up these mushrooms and onions. So I'm going to use a little bit of olive oil, but whatever you got. I use olive oil because I'm fat, basically. So I'm trying to cut down on some of these calories and whatever as much as I can. So a little bit of olive oil goes a long way. Also got my trusty next to the stove jar that I use for my recycled oil. And my bacon grease. Gotta have the bacon grease. I don't know if you can see that. Bacon grease. Oil. Bear with me because I'm filming by myself, so this thing's on a tripod. Anyway, that's heating up. I got it on high, so just to get it going, I'm going to throw these onions and mushrooms in. Saute them up a bit. My pan for my omelets, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on maybe medium heat just to get it going. Got my spatula here, so basically we're just going to let these brown up a bit, let those onions caramelize a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, one sec, sorry, I got the camera in front of my spice cabinet. And I'm going to grab some salt and pepper. There you go. Not much, because you're going to have salt and pepper in your eggs already. By the way, I've already beat my eggs. Just eggs, salt and pepper, splash of milk. I like to use maybe 3 eggs per omelet. You can go 2, maybe for the kids. Might want to go 4. Just kind of depends on your appetite and what size you want your omelet to be. Alright, that's a little dry, so I'm just going to hit it with another splash of olive oil. Just a bit. Now we're going to take this, turn it, turn it, turn it. See, it's getting there already. Let's turn this down to about medium. Kind of let that go. Now I'm going to grab some butter. Throw some butter in my pan. Take my ham, pop it in the microwave for about 30 seconds is all it takes. Alright, now this is good to go. So we're going to remove this from the heat. Because with these electric stovetop range things, whatever you want to call these glass tops, they continue to stay warm for a long time. So got to kind of, if you have gas, you can leave it on there to cool off quick, but if you got one of these things, pop it off. So I'm going to turn this fire up to about medium high. I'm not going to cook it on medium high, but I want this thing to get going. Alright, I'm going to melt that butter. Give that a second. That's my ham. Pop that out. You can see, nice and warm. Alright, come on now, let's go. Another little trick I'll tell you that I learned that's pretty cool is that if you're cooking with butter, a lot of times your butter will start to brown. Like if you're, sauteing, cooking a steak on the stove top or something like that. If you add a little oil, it could be whatever type of oil you use, or a little bit of olive oil, it'll stop your butter from burning. So that's pretty cool because that'll help you, like, it'll stop you from getting a dark tint to some of your foods. Come on, man. These pans right here are really nice, these KitchenAids, but they take forever to get hot. But they do hold the heat really well. They keep a consistent temperature, so I guess you gotta give a little to get a little, or whatever it is they say. So this thing is getting hot now, so they get nice and bubbly. Right now, I turned it up to high again, just because I want this thing to get hot. And then I'm going to bring it back down because I can't cook my eggs on hot because they'll be dark brown before my omelet's ready, before my cheese is melted, before all that goodness gets a chance to mold together. So you can see that's kind of thinning out there. It's bubbling a little bit. That's hot enough for me. I'm going to bring it back down to medium high at this point. I'm going to pour in the equivalent of about 3 eggs. Just like so. And I'm going to stir that around. I don't want that to set yet. I want to stir it around so I can get this egg, kind of get it cooked a little bit before I add my inner toppings. That's one way that's going to help us to keep this thing from overcooking on the outside. We're going to get it done first by moving it around. Not all the way done, but quite a bit way. See how that's kind of starting to lump up there? Starting to see starting to solidify a bit. That's good. Let's turn this down now to medium. Medium. We're going to keep it down. Now we're going to add, there's some ham. Throw it on one side because we're going to flip that side over. So then we're going to add some garlic and mushrooms. I'm sorry, onions and mushrooms, not garlic. I love garlic with everything except my eggs. Don't think garlic and eggs go together. Everything else, garlic is great. Gonna get my cheese. Which I should have had open because now I got a little bit of butter on my fingers, so hard to open the bag. Okay, my cheese. Right there on top. Much as you like. If you're a little skinny, sucker, you can add, heaping piles of cheese, I guess. But if you got a few pounds on you like I do, which I love, I don't care, it costs a lot. That's a sign of riches in some countries. Put what you like. So now I'm going to flip that baby over like that. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this down a bit because you can see it's already starting to get a little dark. Also, probably heard me say in some of my other videos to raise it up off the burner if it starts to get hot. Lift it up a bit. So now I'm going to flip that baby one more time. Like so. See my cheese starting to melt down in there. Again, it's on just below medium now. You got to kind of keep it down so you can give this thing a chance to cook. The inside's a chance to solidify before the outside gets too brown. Now I'm going to flip it again. And you say, wow, I know. Maybe you haven't seen people flip their omelets that many times, but for me, it's just trying not to let this thing get so brown or too brown so I have a nice presentation. I like a little crust on the outside. That's good for me. That's good to me. Morgan, come to the counter, please. Come on. She doesn't want to be on camera. We just woke up. It's breakfast time, so it's not like anybody in America is expecting her to be, decked out in full makeup, but it is what it is. So, that's it. She's done. So I'm going to slide her out onto my plate like so. turn this burner off. I'm going to bring you guys over here so you can see. Alright, look at that. Let's cut this baby in half so you can see what we got here. There you go. Can you see that? That is beautiful. That's not raw egg, by the way. That's a little bit of butter. Alright. So, let's see what we got. Sorry about that, but again, by myself today. Look at that. Cheesy. My goodness. You see those bits of mushroom and ham and onion? See that cheese just oozing off the fork? That is delicious. Yep, that's restaurant quality right there. Again, nothing major. It's what we had in the refrigerator. Start using what you got, everybody. You can make delicious dishes by just grabbing some of your favorite things and combining them together. So when you're cooking, it's good to follow the recipe and all, but hey, be creative and do what you like. All right? Thanks a lot.